Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to CCLP4. I just woke up from a nap, so I may be a little kind of out of it here for the first couple of minutes, but I figured why not warm up with a quick recording here for CCLP4, right? So let's get started with Bluetooth. This is level 61, and oh, sound's off. There we go. So this is the level I made, and I actually submitted this one for CCLP1, but it didn't get in because I think the ending was a little tough, so I actually made it a little bit easier, from a dodging perspective, that is. Well, first things first, we open up with this blue wall maze here, and I like this, I wanted to use this motif in the level of these crosses in each room, where each room basically had a predominantly used tile, and then the cross just gave it sort of an accent with another tile. So in this room, the predominant tile is blue walls, and the accent is the ice. And in the next room, it's going to change. Let's see, what's next here? We got this. Uh-oh, I hope I didn't miss anything back there. I did, didn't I? Let's go back. There we go. It's kind of hard to see that one coming, but I like the fact that that exists. I was kind of a little worried that this maze was a little too predictable. I guess it kind of still is. But anyway, this room has ice as the main tile, and then water as the accent. So you get this interesting maze here with some sliding around going on, which is pretty fun. Okay, where do we go to get that? We go around so that bottom right one. Here we go. And then we need to go over there, for which we'll need to get to that one again. There we go. I like that room a lot. This room less so. This one has water as the main tile and blue walls. They're all walls as the accent. I think it's kind of cool. It was just mainly an excuse to have another room. And I figured, well, we'll just throw gliders in there to make some dodging happen. So anyway, that was the level, and at the very end, you get to release this teeth here with the tanks. And that's it. So yeah, that was my entry into the blue wall and ice thing, which is why it is in level 61, I guess. Pretty fun. I don't know. It's not really my favorite level of mine. I think it's got an interesting design, but gameplay-wise, it's okay, I guess. Anyway, moving on to a level that is pretty inventive, a level by Andrew Menzies called Block Unpuzzle. So this level has a very interesting concept behind it, and that is that you got to put all these blocks on buttons and then remove all of them from the buttons. So we're going to do that. Whoops. I did not mean to... Wait a minute. Did not mean to do that. That's for the other go-around where we keep the tanks trapped in the traps. You'll see why here in a minute. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how I did this. The second part is a little weird. So you have to get these off of the trap buttons now. Okay, I think that's correct. And then we'll do this, 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 this. And then... like this, I think? There we go. I think that's right. So now the tanks are stuck because now there's nothing holding down the traps, and we can go to the exit. Alright, so that is Block Unpuzzle. And now we're moving on to another level by Andrew called Pneumatic Diversity Vents. I personally really love this level a lot. It's kind of in some respects feels like a sequel, maybe like a spiritual sequel to Automatic Caution Doors. Except this time it's about sliding around a bunch of ice slides, which is pretty fun. We can't go and get that key yet. Let's just push all these off here. This was also in the other 100 tiles as well. Just wait here. Oop, that may have been a little long. Yeah, that was a little long. I was reaching over to get a sip of my water here. That's what happens when you should have hit the pause button there. Alright, let's try again. Structurally speaking, this is basically an item swapper, but the way it flows is just really cool. I really love the way it just goes about throwing all the challenges at you. But yet the whole aesthetic of the ice and force floor stuff is, I don't know, there's just something about that that's just really fun. I think part of it is because when I was a little kid, I loved designing levels like this where you slid around and got to see a whole bunch of stuff. I think that's a big part of it. Alright, let's switch that. I'm going to go over here, see what's down in this side. Flippers. Alright, we're going to need to push that block, so we're going to need to find a way to get to that. Alright, let's go through this way again. And now we can get these, which is good. Let's go this way first. And this should lead, yes, over here to this. So let's reverse the course of that. Alright. And there's a hint there, which it seems is going to take some getting to. And as it turns out, this is the second secret hint. So I am going to set up what we need to do that. So there's this maze here of green doors. But what we really need is this. We need this key. And we're going to have to come back here a couple of times. First thing I need is a green key. I need to find a way to get to that. But I'm not going to take that chip, because what I want to do is I want to send a fireball into the green button area there. So let's go around here and get the green key. And then we'll make another loop, clone a fireball. And we'll clone another fireball, pretty much. I'll try to see if I can do this seamlessly. We'll see if we can maybe get this all in one go. Wait a minute. I totally forgot to open that. There we go. Did I get this? I did not get that. And he's coming hot here. No pun intended. There we go. Alright, so with that, the level is technically finished, but I want to go back down and read that hint. So let's go and do that. Thankfully, we can slip through that, no problem. Secret password number 2, WCRV. Alright, we'll have to try that out here. Okay, let's see WCRV here. This is level 97, so we'll have that to look forward to. Wait a minute, was that not the... THYV was not the password? Oh, THVV. Okay. So yeah, the first secret hint skipped Secret Underground Society. I don't know why it skipped this level of all levels. I personally don't find this level particularly difficult. So I don't know what inspired that choice. I personally think maybe this would have been a better candidate to skip. Or maybe this would have been a better candidate to skip. I don't know. But... let's just move on. We'll do Excuse Me next. Another Andrew level, and this one I think is probably one of his most inventive concepts, where you have to push tanks using a block and affect their path effectively. This was actually inspired by a level I made in CCLP4 that some of you might recognize, called Think Tank. And basically the whole concept there was to push tanks down using blocks such that they got to trap buttons. And so Andrew decided to make a whole level out of it, which I think is pretty neat. And actually you can use this block here again. You don't have to take that third one down if you don't want to. This way. Okay, this section is really cool. You got this, whoop. There we go. You got that, which allows you to get this block, and then over here, you can do some pretty cool stuff. In Lynx, it's interesting because the tanks are actually one space over in the other direction, and so it's a lot harder to get them to where they need to go. You just can't push a block down the middle like that. Okay. And then over here, we've got our final challenge. Now, alternatively, we could have done this first and then gone through another room up there, but we're going to do it this way. Alright, so we need the teeth to do the dirty work here. Come on. Is it not able to... Oh, I guess it has to go this way then. So the parity, the step parity of the teeth prevents that from being possible, apparently. Okay, that's more like it. Alright, let's get you back over here. There we go. I really like that area a lot. It's a nice final challenge. And now we can just go in here and do our the final room. Not really a challenge, I guess. You just push the block up. So that's Excuse Me. Moving on to Duplex. This is one of Josh Lee's older levels, I believe. Blocks next to gravel have a chip or an item under them. So this is basically a very chaotic sort of free-for-all type of level where you get to go around and do a bunch of stuff. Just leave them in there. And you have to use the blocks really wisely and get to the points where they're gravel. This room is kind of a little strange, but as long as you keep track of what you're doing there, it's not so bad. Come on. There. Alright, that walker room, on the other hand, is going to be a bit of a doozy. Okay, there we go. That one should be trapped for good. It shouldn't collide with anything, so that should be fine. Originally, this room was divided into, or not divided into two rooms. My bad. Instead, it was just one big room. But with dividing it into two rooms, it's a little easier and doesn't really require as much waiting around, which is good. There's a clone button that allows you to get past that, but without using blocks. So I'm going to do it the easier way. Come on, go into the bombs. I really don't want to deal with that. Come on. Really? We're really doing this? Alright. Okay, there we go. So I have to say, if it's continue doing that. Oh, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind there. What I had in mind was something in which the fireballs went to the bombs, but that didn't quite happen, so we're going to have to do what I would have normally done with the fireballs using this. Alright. Let's grab one more block. And why don't we do that? Okay, that should be good. In Lynx, that would have been a cook. Thankfully, this is not Lynx. Oh, I forgot to get what's there? Green key. Alright. This room is a little mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of this room. I knew it was gonna happen, and yet I still stayed there. Oh well, let's start that over again, I guess. Come on. Okay, now I'm just being silly here. Okay, that bug should stay there, no problem. This time around, let's go down here and grab that real quick. There we go. And now we'll go down here. Ah! I don't know why I'm having so many problems with this. It's really not that hard or anything. Although, personally, I think this level should have been placed later in the set. I do think that the dodging, especially, is difficult enough that it deserves a later spot. Actually, let's do this. We'll get the walkers maybe in there. At the very least, we'll get them to a point where it's a lot harder to contain them in that one room. Okay, that's a little... okay, good. I was going to say, that's a little bit of an issue. I love it when they stabilize like that. That's always nice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and do this now. Alright, there we go. Okay, you stay in there. I am not going to do this right now. Okay. Did I get both of these last time? I can't remember. I feel like I didn't. If I didn't, then all the more reason to play the level again, right? Man, that blob did not die the whole time? Wow, okay. Okay, you guys are going to go over there. Have fun. I'm trying to play this safe, so that means risk mitigation. Go ahead and grab that. Nice thing is that this room is pretty symmetrical, so it kind of helps. Oh boy. Ah! I do not like that room. That room is probably my least favorite part of the level right there. Okay. But now we're in the home stretch. All we need to do is just... wait. There we go. All we need to do is just get the flippers and get all this other stuff. Alright. I guess I could have saved that corner one for last, right? There we go. Wow. And now you guys know the general structure of my route that I used for the bold route as well. It's not quite exactly the same, but it's very similar to that. Alright, moving on to Anaconda. This is a level, if you've been around the channel for a while, you've probably seen, from Chip 56 by Henry Potts. This is a really cool level where you have this, you start this string of clonings, and then you kind of have to, whoops, I did something wrong there. Is that not right? I thought that was correct, but maybe not. Alright, let's just experiment and see if we can figure this one out. I forgot how to do this one, so... Okay, this sends us over here. So this is probably correct, isn't it? Oh, no. Yeah, that was a problem. Because now I'm stuck. Okay. I'm still thinking that this was a good option. I just have to do that, and then go here. That's what I missed. Okay. I remember starting my route in that top room. I remember that for the most part. Okay, now this section, this I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I definitely did that incorrectly. Let's redo that. This is a level I wish got into CCLP1. I think it would have actually been perfect for that set, despite the tight timing. You have a lot of breaks here, and I think it would have been good for, like, dexterity practice and stuff. Alright, I'm going to go down here first, because I think that's what we need to do. And let's go here. Do this room first. This room. Run! There we go. And that should be it. We just need to go to the final area, which is this one. Cool! Alright. Really, really love that level lots. That is always going to be one of my favorites. It's a good take on chase racing, as some people call it, named after the CCLP2 level. But it's got a unified set of tiles, and it's got sort of a common theme threaded throughout the room, so I really like it. Alright, nuclear energy for dummies. Warning, if any systems become unstable, a total nuclear meltdown will occur. This is a level by Trevor Hedges, aka Big Auto 2. And you can see here that there's a bunch of clone machines that are scattered around the level, and you don't want to activate these. So I'm going to go here first. This is where we need to go. We don't want to push the tank button either. So let's just tread lightly here. We also don't want to disrupt any fireballs either. Okay, so far so good. 8 ships left. So now we have a red key with which we can use this and press the block, or push the block all the way here. Alright, let's put that back. Okay. So now we've reached this outer ring here. Get another one of these red keys. Get that. Well, let's just keep going and following it. And now we can get this. And we can just walk straight over here. Alright, as soon as we put that in place, we're going to have to cover that up there. Watch out for all the fireballs coming through. Actually, you don't even need that, because we can trigger the nuclear meltdown parts here since we're on our way out. And now you can hear all the buttons going crazy, and everything is chaos and pandemonium everywhere. Alright, let's get out. Alright, so we made it through. I like that level. I love the it seems like it was made in an era in which there was a lot of these levels in which you couldn't press the buttons, and you had to make sure that you didn't disturb a pattern or things like that. And I just love the fact that at the very end you do have to disturb the pattern and everything just goes crazy. So really cool, really cool. All right, moving on to Cold Fusion Reactor. This level was a level that Jeffrey made back in his Ultimate Chip 3 days, I believe. I think it was Ultimate Chip 3. And basically, this level seems to be purely made to be difficult to optimize. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that as a level idea. Thankfully, it's untimed here, which is nice. And I love the fact that it's placed after nuclear energy level, because it's cold fusion, so that's kind of cool. Oops, and I missed the chip there. Okay, let's find our way over to the, whoops. Okay, I need to get in there. Oh well. We'll just keep going around and seeing what happens. This is one of those levels where you don't really have to think very hard to solve it. Oh, I can't get in there that way, but I can do this. Okay, that works. Get access to that whole network of chips, and then we can go down here. 3 left. Oh, here's one. There you are. Whoa. There we go. 1 chip left. I think it's on the left side. There it is. And we can exit. Whoops. Right here. I love the tile combination of the level. I feel like the gameplay could have been a little less random, but it's still a fun level. Don't get me wrong. I guess I'm just kind of burned out on levels that just seem to be made purely to be hard to optimize. But I do like the idea behind it. It's a cool idea, at least. Alright, so this is a level that was actually inspired, believe it or not, by a... and I do not want to push that down for reasons you'll see it here in a little while. This was actually inspired by a statement I made during a Let's Play of mine. I forget which one it was, but Josh Lee watched it, and in it I said that there was a ball in an awkward place, and he thought that that was really funny for some reason, and decided to make a level out of it. To be honest, oh, whoops, I should not have done that. I like the aesthetic of it. It's really weird. I'm a little less fond of the fact that there's a lot of mechanisms that are off-screen in it. And I get why that's done. But I've never really been a big fan of off-screen mechanisms in levels. Like here, this one's not so bad because you can see that clone button clones a block and that releases that trap. That one makes sense. This one, I guess that one isn't necessarily off-screen either. But there's some on the left side especially. Oh, I forgot there was that bomb there. There's some on the left side especially that are... I wish you could see everything a little bit more clearly. But we haven't quite gotten to those yet. But anyway, I do love the balls on walls, just the general aesthetic. In fact, I'm planning to use sort of a similar aesthetic for a level I'm going to make called Balls to the Wall, which is a great title in my opinion. Alright, let's just put this here. We don't want to use the block up. In MS you could boost past that ball, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the safe route and just go this way. Alright, so that is this part complete, I believe. Can't go over there yet. Alright, but we can do this. Grab that key. And now, that's the reason why I wanted to open that. I wanted to make sure that I could open the door without getting killed there. Alright, so now let's do that. Alright, and now we can open that up again. And we can slip through the trap and then go this way. Now this area, this is one of those off-screen mechanisms. This area is timed. There's a set of monsters that are controlling all of the stuff going on here. The cloning, that is. And you have to get everything and then get out before a ball hits one of those two buttons there and traps you with the glider cloner. Alright, so now let's clear the way over here. There we go. I'm not going to get the ice skates quite yet, because I happen to know we're going to go through this trap again, and I do not... Really? I thought I was clear for that. Alright, we'll do it again. We'll do it one more time. One more time! It worked! If you guys know what that's a reference to, 2 thumbs up to you. Oh, I couldn't do that in time. Oh well. I figured I'd try it risky and just see what happened, but oh well. Do. I guess I could have made that, right? No, I couldn't have. Alright, we'll just go around. What? Oh, come on. I need to really work on my timing with that ball. I keep misjudging where it is, and I think I'm clear, but I'm really not. Alright, once more. Let's do this again. Yeah, I couldn't have made that. Okay, good. We'll come back to this room again later, which is where I died that one time. There we go. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Go there. Whoops. There we go. Alright, now let's go in here. Oh, I could have made that. 3 oofs there. Oh well. Okay, and then we'll go back. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully with a little less fail. Okay, this time... Can't remember, do I get those now? Can't remember if I do that yet. Go and do that. I think I push that there, open the door, and then I go here. So that clones a thing there, and what that does is that releases the ball from the exits there and moves it into the trap. So it releases the one ball that was in the trap, moving the one that was in the exit there. Kind of like what happened in Ghetto Piranha, basically. Alright, and now that's left. All that's left is just getting the skates. Now that we don't have to go through the thief anymore, we can do that safely. Alright, so that is Ball in an Awkward Place. Pretty fun level. I do like it a lot. Hidden mechanisms aside. Alright, Science Museum. Maybe hidden mechanisms isn't the right term, because a lot of them aren't hidden, but obfuscated may be a better way of putting it. So this is a level I made, and the whole idea here, it was sort of inspired by Ida Robertson's level, The Key Issue, which actually appears later in the set. And it's basically a collection of random stuff, and you have to just go through it, and everything is separated by these 3 tile wide, long hallways, basically. Which is a fun aesthetic. I like it just because it feels open, but it also allows for a lot of different rooms, which is cool. Alright, and we just need one more here. There we go. Alright, there we are. So now we're done with this left side, except for this room. Oh wait, no, we did do that room. Alright, so now let's head over here. The balls are supposed to represent sort of like a Newton's cradle type thing. Alright, let's do that, and then go over here like that, and then that should enable us to push this button, and then the tank will go all the way up, like that. Once you reveal every wall in this maze, its layout will look just like you found it, from a certain point of view. So, basically what this is once you touch all of the invisible walls and clear all the blue walls, or you touch all the appearing walls, the maze will actually look like what the blue wall layout looks like, but reversed, which was, I don't know, I was really proud of this idea. I thought it was kind of neat. I know it's not the most inventive thing in the world. I'm granting that, but still, I thought it was kind of cool. Alright, this part is a little tricky. I probably should have done this earlier. There we go. Alright, so with that done, now we can use all our keys and get to the exit. So the fireball cloner down there was to clone the tanks, I think it was. Yeah, it was to clone the tanks. So they all clone left. Alright, so next time we're going to take on Poof, as the spelling seems to suggest it's pronounced. But we'll do that in the next video. So until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you on the flip side.